In the early 1920s, American explorer and photographer Robert Flaherty sojourned with the Canadian Inuit Eskimos for 16 months. He studied and filmed their harsh life in the Arctic. The result was his dramatic interpretation of the Eskimo way of life in the form of a feature film, Nanook of the North, the first documentary film ever made. John Grierson, the founder of the documentary movement of the 1930s, first used the term documentary in reference to Flaherty's film Moana, shot in 1926, set in the South Seas, documenting people untouched by the corruption of civilization. Flaherty soon came to be considered the father of both the documentary and ethnographic films. After World War II, Walt Disney, BBC, the National Geographic Society, and PBS all produced shows on wildlife and nature. They engaged the audience in armchair adventuring, and most of those films that fascinate us avoided showing human intrusion upon the landscape. With the advent of the environmental movement and civic engagement in the 1960s, protest films revealing environmental crises began to appear. These films highlighted the disasters of pollution and oil spills, and the devastating habitat loss caused by human activity and rampant development, or better known as Anthropocene. It's interesting to note that although the term Anthropocene was in informal use in the late 1980s, filmmakers were producing documentaries about the Anthropocene before then without even knowing it. One such filmmaker was Per Lorenz, who wrote and directed the documentary film The Plow That Broke the Plain in 1936, where he showed what happened to the Great Plains region when a combination of farming practices and environmental factors led to the infamous Dust Bowl of the 1930s. The Greek term Anthropocene is a geological epoch that signals human impact on Earth's climate and environment, though it's debatable if the Earth has changed enough to enter this age. The natural history filmmakers have been capturing the subjects of their obsession: birds, bees, flowers, animals, and plants of all kinds, developing alongside the genre and the techniques, while braving harsh environs. In reality, though the very act of capturing the glories of nature on film is a noble endeavor, eliding the issues that threaten the natural world in the Anthropocene, according to some critics, is unacceptable.